All right, sitting here with Linus again. We did an interview actually just before your last fight, which never happened.
Yeah.
But we're here again. This time we're talking about the fight that we were talking about might happen again in the future, which is Nkosi, a rematch. Let's just sum up your thoughts on basically getting a rematch finalized.
Basically, what happened on the last fight, Nkosi and Damien asked for a rematch, and we gave them the rematch. So there's no blood, like bad blood or like we picking opponents or choosing opponents. We're gonna give them exactly what they want. So we're not tagging anyone.
What did you think? I mean, in the post-fight interview, I asked you the question about what did you think about the results, but you've had some time to think about it. I mean, how did it all happen in your head?
To be honest with you, after the fight, Damien and Nkosi and a lot of people on the media were saying that I was lucky, right? And after that, I took the phone, I called my mother up, right? And I told her about the fight. And my mother told me one thing that I'm still going to use in this fight. So I told her that I won the fight, and I told her that I'm not getting the respect that I wanted to get after the fight. And she told me what happened. And I told her that people are still coming back to me telling me that I'm lucky though. And she tells me one thing, and she's like, there's one thing in life that you gotta understand. The harder you work, the more you dedicate yourself, you're always gonna be lucky. So it's not a bad thing being lucky though. Like you just did your job and you got paid for it. That's it.
How much better do you think you are now from the time you fought him?
And I mean, it's gonna be fireworks though. And there's only like one reason why I took the fight. I know exactly which card Nkosi is gonna play that night or in that day. And I know that that's gonna bring the best out of him. But I promise you and I guarantee you that I'm gonna walk out of that fight as a winner again.
Does the fight, is it bigger this time or is it the same as last time?
To me, like I told you prior to the last interview though, like we're not cutting shortcuts, we're not looking down on him or thinking that because we knocked him out the first time it's going to be an easy fight. I'm going to step in there, do my thing that I usually do, and it's going to be all cuts on the table though.
Obviously, he had a lot of hype coming into the fight, and you would have had to digest that initially. Having fought him now, do you have a respect for him? I mean, how do you see it?
Me sitting with you right now, I respect him. But the moment that I step into that ring with him, when you see me stepping into the ring, boxing is me. It's not about my opponent, it's not about his coach, it's not about the team that he's coming from. It's going to be boxing, Linus Gerhard. I don't care who you are or what you think. When I step into that ring, it's my night, it's my minute, it's me. I'm taking over the whole show. I don't care who you are.
The fact that you're going to be fighting at Empress Palace is the first time for you. How do you feel about that?
I like it's a good feeling though. But the location, it's always going to be a location though. But like I said, it's always going to be about me though.
Do you want to fall in the footsteps of someone like a Jabulani McKenzie who's excelled so far?
To be honest with you, everything that I've learned, until at this level, all the guys in the gym have been helping me though. Jabulani, Cohen, my little brother Talent, all the guys in behind all those guys. So I'm learning step by step, and I'm going to show that in the ring next week when you step into that ring.
At this point in your career, you're not 21 years old. I mean, you got to get a move on. Do you feel the pressure?
To be honest with you, I wake up every morning and I feel like a 16-year-old virgin though. I just feel good though. I feel good. The whole age thing, it's never concerned to me. And I keep on telling people one thing, right? I'm 29 years old. And I keep on telling people that it's probably going to sound stupid. It's probably going to find that maybe I'm having a screw loose. Because when you do boxing, you got to have a screw loose on top of that. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to give boxing probably 15 years or 20 years. And people are going to be like, yeah, that black man crazy though. But trust me, I'm going to do it though.
So you're looking like a Bernard Hopkins type thing?
Something like that.
Wow. Okay, so you're anticipating that you're going to be able to at least then build your career. It's not just going to be hard fight after hard fight at this point?
We're taking step by step. Step by step. And we're not picking though. You come in, we deal with you, we take your money, we go home. That's it.
So you don't feel like now would be there's a necessary prime in your career? Do you think that you're still very early on?
Nah, to be honest with you, a lot of things have happened though. Besides COVID and all that, the way that I've grown up, I've always learned how to pace myself so that everything is going to come in the right time though. So this happening now is just a step though, forward and forward though. It is what it is at the end of the day.
And maybe you're not going to want to give away too much, but has the training camp gone well for this fight?
The training camp, this is probably one of the training camp where I'm balancing everything, my diet and all that. I can tell you that I'm still probably left like with 2 days just to lock everything in. And trust me, when I step into that ring, everything is going to be marvelous though.
So when you get into fight week, I mean, how does your mindset change?
Prior to the last interview that we had, right? I grew up with this other cousin of mine, like way back home. So what I used to do, like in December, right? All the cousins would meet up. Things happen. I mean, like we always beat one another up. I mean, he was the only cousin that I had that could like whip my ass, like totally, right? And we'll fight, me and him. At the end of the day, we'll whip my ass. But he always told me that one day you're going to be a good boxer, though. So, and I lost him like, I think it's like 9 years now. And every time when I step into that ring, I always dedicate all my fights to him.
Where is he now?
Nah, he passed away, I think 9 years back, yeah.
9 years? Wow.
9, 8 years.
So I mean, obviously the fact that he said that and he's passed away, do you fight to his memory?
Every time. See, like that was always like locked in. When I step into that ring and the referee always says fight, and I got that little fake smile on my face, you know that I'm coming for you behind though. I don't care who you are, I'm going to lay my hands on you behind.
So with that all inside you and internally you bring it into the ring, I mean, do you anticipate Nkosi to be a difficult fight for you this time around?
Difficult, I don't really say it's going to be difficult though, but he's a good fighter though. And that's the only reason I'm taking the fight, right? And I know that one way or another Nkosi is going to push me, but I'm going to push him like 6 times more.
Do you feel like you have anything to prove though?
Nah, I don't have nothing to prove. The only thing that I need to prove that night is to prove to myself that I'm the best.
Does knockout or points matter to you?
Who?
Knockout or points?
Nah, the knockout is going to come if it presents itself. But at the end of the day, my game plan is just to outbox him and push myself to that level when I step into the ring with him.
So speaking about boxing skill sets, I mean, if you weigh, because I mean, we are talking about the fights. When you weigh yours up against his, where do you see the different levels?
Okay, now I'm going to be frank with you. The first fight, when everybody was introducing Nkosi, everybody was talking about his amateur pedigree. I've been having that since day one after my last fight. The first fight that I fought was this guy by the name of Landus something, right?
Lander, yeah.
I can probably even promise you today, from today on, that I'm the only fighter that schooled Landu in that fight. And he can deny it, he can say whatever he wants to say. I schooled this behind so bad, and you knew that when he knocked me out in those last few minutes, that was luck. That was luck. But me coming back from that fight, I became so much better because I won't say that I was slacking on my defense. I think just the whole situation, like my debut and all that. But that's the past though. But I came back as a better fighter. I cleaned up my tools and we're back again too. And I mean, like to display my talent though.
If I'm not mistaken, you've changed weight divisions throughout your career, right?
No.
No. So Lando was fought you as a lightweight?
I think a junior
junior lightweight.
Yes.
All right.
Junior welterweight.
Junior welterweight. But you guys are fighting at which weight division?
Me and Nkosi.
Yeah.
At the same weight, 63.5.
So you guys are fighting as, okay, so he's obviously, he came up because he was originally a smaller weight division and then he had come up. What do you make of the size between the size difference between you two?
Do you know the group that sings called Boys to Men? Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's what we're going to do to him. Like we're going to differentiate the boys from the men. And at the end of the day, you are going to see who's the boy and who's the man. Like you can come and move up and just come and fight with Linus. Come on. You know what I mean, that's a bad situation.
So do you want to establish this division, at least in South Africa for now, as your division?
Yeah. To be honest with you, my plan was probably to fight like 3 divisions though. Clean up to 63, move up to 66, and then probably end up in 69 or somewhere there. But we'll see. So you
want to be like Errol Spence? I mean, not Errol Spence, a Terence Crawford type thing?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
All right, and then, you know, if you will give us a prediction, I know in your mind you probably have something coming, but do you want to give send a message to the public about how do you think you will win this fight?
Okay, let me put it this way. I'm going to give you the first, let me say maybe like 1 minute and 15 seconds. Because he's going to step into that ring, right? He's going to throw his jab, he's going to miss it, right? I'm going to move to the left, to the right, backwards, back front, I think again, front again. He's going to throw another jab, he's going to miss. And deep inside, I know that he's going to start feeling like shit. Second thing I'm going to do, I'm going to smile to him. Then I'm going to throw a jab, a fake jab, straight to his stomach, and he's going to feel like shit. I'm a boy, he's a man. That's what's going to happen.
So just like that, huh?
Just like that.
All right. So, well, Nkosi at home, obviously you know that what's going to come now, so you can prepare for it. Do you have a thank you or shout out for anybody?
First of all, I want to shout out to the man upstairs. Rest in peace to my dad. I had the privilege to go to Limpopo. I met the Ajabulani Mackenzie's family. They took me in with warm arms. And I want to say thank you to my team, to the Sebs gym, everybody who took place. And thirdly, I want to say thank you to all the kids of Mamelodi, you know what I mean? Every time when I go back to Mamelodi, you know what I mean, they always want to know what's happening. And everybody who's been behind my back since day one, though. I want to say that. Oh, and secondly, I want to tell all my ex-girlfriends, though. I'm on TV. I'm on TV now. No, don't say that I won't do it. I'm on TV. Peace.